Welcome to a practice that's all about heart. So we are at our deepest, truest, innermost nature, love. We are love. Yes, we have it, we give it, we receive it. However, we often forget that we are it. It is what resides in the center of our heart. Today's practice, we're going to honor and send gratitude to our heart, the physical muscle that I am told beats almost 100,000 times a day, which is phenomenal. I think over the course of an average life, your heart beats something like 2.5 billion times. What a phenomenal muscle. And how grateful are we for every beat that happens. Our energetic heart is the place where we feel our emotions, and it's where we feel our connections to ourselves, our connections to each other, our connections to that which is larger than us. And so this energetic heart, this connection, is where love resides, and it's who we are. So today we're going to honor that. Find a comfortable seat with a nice straight spine, shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed, eyes closed. Allow a slight smile to come to your lips. This relaxes your face and also relaxes your brain. Bring your left hand to the center of your heart and put your right hand on top of it. Just take a moment and try to tune in to the sensation of your heart beating. Your heart is beating for you. Take a moment and say thank you to your heart. Thank you for every beat. It's been beating since before you were born. And then feel your energetic heart. Take a moment and feel love. Send gratitude for your energetic heart, for all the love you've ever felt in your life, for all the people who have loved you, for all the people and perhaps animals that you have loved. And then let's bring palms together in front of the heart. I'd like you to set your personal intention for your practice today. And if it feels appropriate, add to it this intention: to do all things with love rather than for love. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Relax your arms. If you are sitting cross-legged, you can put your hands on your knees. If you're sitting with your legs extended or you're in a chair, you can just tuck your hands underneath your thighs. We're just going to do a seated cat-cow stretch to kind of loosen up around our hearts. So as you inhale, push your rib cage forward. It's kind of like arching the back, but keep your chin parallel to the floor. Don't fling your head back. And as you exhale, round your back, so you're pushing the rib cage back. Again, chin stays parallel to the floor. Inhaling, heart moves forward. Exhaling, heart moves back. couple more of these. And then just come back to neutral. Take a moment, relaxing the arms completely. Roll your shoulders back just a few times. And let's transition to our hands and knees. So as you come onto all fours, just take a moment and feel how supported you are by the earth. Think about what support means in your life. Usually it means love. So I want you to just extend beyond that and feel the love that the earth has for you. Hopefully at some level that is reciprocated. Let's inhale and arch the back. And exhale and round the back. This time the head follows in full traditional cat-cows. Let's do a couple more of these. And then come back to neutral and pause. Let your big toes touch, but separate the knees a little bit more. We're going to move into an extended child's pose, which basically means your arms are going to stay out in front of you. You're going to take your backside to your heels. Let your forehead and your heart sink towards the floor. And then come back out of that. Let your hips find the mat. Bring your legs all the way together. Pull the shoulders down the back and lift up about halfway for a low cobra. Let your heart pull forward. Imagine that you're shining love right out the center of your chest. And then just lower back down, turn your toes under, move into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward. Keep your knees bent. Hang in ragdoll, making sure your neck is totally relaxed. Just take some nice, slow, deep, nourishing breaths. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Spread your fingers, lift your heart. And on your next exhale, palms together in front of the heart. From here, we're just going to bring our fingertips to our shoulders. Inhale, take the elbows back, opening the front of your heart. Exhale, bring your elbows together, opening the back of your heart. Inhale, reach the arms back, stretch your chest. Exhale, elbows together. One more time. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, elbows together. Release your arms. Roll your shoulders back. And then bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, back down. Step back with your left foot. Drop to your left knee, untuck the left toes, and come up with the arms up and overhead, tilting the pelvis back, lifting your heart up, and allowing the hips to move forward to open up the front of your left hip. If it feels okay in your body, lift your heart and maybe roll the rib cage back a little. If you'd like even more heart opening, bend your elbows and squeeze them back and down. Bring your hands to either side of your right foot and extend your right leg. Flex your ankle and toes. Allow the shoulders to relax. Allow your neck and head to relax. Bend your right knee. Step straight back to downward facing dog. Pressing your hips back. Slowly walk your feet forward. Standing forward bend. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, back down. Step back with your right foot. Drop to the right knee. Untuck the toes of the right foot and come up with the arms up and overhead. Tilt your pelvis back, lift your heart up, and allow the hips to move forward, opening the front of the right hip. If it feels all right, lift your heart and roll your rib cage back some. If you want more heart opening, bend the elbows and bring them down and back. Hands on either side of the left foot. Extend your left leg, flex the ankle and toes, and then relax your shoulders, relax your neck and head. Bend your left knee and take your left leg back to meet your right leg, hands and knees. Inhale to arch, exhale to round. Inhale to arch, exhale to round. And then pause. Keep your left knee where it's at, but move your left foot off to the left and simply extend your right leg and get the right foot completely flat. Take your right hand to the ceiling and roll your heart open to face the sky. Bring your right hand and your right knee back down.
And we simply transition to the other side. Right foot kicks out, left leg extends, left arm reaches for the ceiling, and then we roll our heart open. Bring it back down. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. One more time, inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Keeping the thighs vertical, we're going to move into melting heart on the Hatasana, heart opening pose. Also sometimes called puppy pose. Your arms are going to extend nice and straight. Your hips are going to stay over your knees, and you're going to begin to sink your beautiful heart towards the floor. Either the forehead finds the floor, or if you have the shoulder mobility, your heart will actually be on the floor. And then we'll come up from that. Walk the hands all the way back by the feet, palms up, forehead to the mat for traditional child's pose. From this child's pose, we're going to just scoot ourselves forward onto the mat to come into Cobra. Heart is forward, shoulders are back, and then turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward. Big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Turn sideways and take a nice wide side step. Beginning with feet perfectly parallel. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift the arms slightly. Hinge at your hips. Folding forward, relaxing the neck. Reaching the arms up and overhead. Release your arms down to the mat. And walk your hands forward, but keep your hips over your heels. In other words, don't let your backside come forward. Keep it back. Walk the hands as far forward as you can without letting the hips move forward. And then relax your neck and allow the heart to sink towards the ground. It's like a wide-legged down dog. Slowly walk the hands back onto the mat. If you have a strong enough core, hands to hips, heart leads the way as we come back to standing. Extend the arms out to the side. Rotate your left foot in slightly and your right foot out. We're going to bend the right knee and come into Warrior Two for a moment to find our strength. So why do we need strength when we're opening the heart? Because if you're going to be open-hearted and vulnerable, you must also be strong, and they are not mutually exclusive. It's been said that if you are walking through the world with an open heart, you must have your own back. or Brene Brown says, strong back, soft front, wild heart. Straighten your right leg, rotate your right foot in and your left foot out. Bend your left knee, warrior two. And again, feel your strength, not only your physical strength here, but your internal fortitude. You are strong and soft and gentle and kind. You are all of these things. Straighten your left leg. Rotate the left foot back in. Relax your arms. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. And then simply have a seat on your mat. Legs extended to begin with. We're just going to twist in a way that helps to open the heart. And so I'm going to have you keep your left leg straight and bring your right foot across your left thigh with your right foot flat. Begin by hugging your right knee with your left hand, and you can change and deepen this in a moment if you like. But for now, I want you to take your right arm up in the air and reach it way around behind you and put it on the floor so that you feel the stretch on the front of your right shoulder, right side of the heart. Keep your spine straight, look over your right shoulder. Now for those of you who want to deepen your twist, the left elbow can come outside the right knee or thigh, but you want the right side of the heart open. And then simply unwind, extend your right leg back out. Take your left foot across your right thigh with your left foot flat. So same thing here. We're just going to hug the left knee with the right hand to begin with. Raise your left arm up and make a huge circle around behind you. Whoops. Finding the floor, lifting the chest, opening the front of the left shoulder, left side of the chest. And then should you choose to go deeper, you can bring the right elbow outside the left knee or thigh. Rotate back around, unwind, and take a moment just rolling the shoulders back. We're going to extend the legs wide and do the same thing that we did in a standing position, which is to interlace the fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and lift the arms slightly and allow the heart to fold forward. Keep your legs active. Try and keep the toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And simply breathe and allow your heart to move towards the floor. Coming up from that, release the arms, roll your shoulders back, and use your hands outside your legs to help bring the legs together. Give them a little wiggle. And then from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. Just bringing the knees into the chest and rocking side to side. And then place the feet flat on the mat with the big toes touching and the heels separated. I'm just going to come into our bridge pose for a moment and focus again on opening the heart a little bit. And I'd like you to use your breath and your love to open your own heart. So as your hips lift, you want the rib cage to lift as well. Right now I've got my rib cage lowered down, and it might be helpful to you to actually touch the rib cage or not, but the idea is that it lifts
up, your hips will follow a little bit. So if you can get enough of a lift in the rib cage, you should almost feel your chest touching your chin, and not because you've moved your head, but because your rib cage has lifted. Then I want you to breathe right into the center of your chest. Try and make your chest expand with your breath. And remember that you are love. On your next exhale, slowly lower down. Bring your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Keep your knees bent and together and bring them all the way over to the ground on the right side. And then allow your left arm to open back out. And your head and your gaze should follow your left arm. You should feel a little more opening on the left side of your chest. On your next inhale, bring both knees up, and as you exhale, simply drop them over to the left, keeping them together, and then just allowing your right arm to open back out to the right with your head and your gaze turning to the right. On your next inhale, bring your knees back up. As you exhale, hug your knees in. Rock side to side. And then just put your feet on the mat. Allow the knees to drop open with the soles of the feet together. Pause for a moment here. And then just slide your arms along the floor until they're over your head. Interlace your fingers, but extend your index fingers. And then the next time you breathe in, press your knees towards the ground and reach through your index fingers. You're going to feel your rib cage lift again. Feel how your heart is open here. Notice how what might feel like a somewhat vulnerable position is also a position of power. Your own personal power, because you are steeped in love. You are love. On your next exhale, relax your body. Let the arms slide back down below the shoulders. The next time you breathe in, just tilt your pelvis back slightly to take the curve out of the spine. It's like you're pressing your low back or your navel into the floor. And then on your next exhale, relax that. Extend your legs. Separate your feet. Allow everything to find a very, very comfortable position. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Close your eyes, soften your forehead. Take a deep, nourishing breath into the center of your heart. Exhale with a soft, happy sigh. And let go control of your breath. Feel your body relaxing and giving itself over to this position. Feel your breath beginning to get shallower and softer and quieter. And then feel your heart fill with love. Think of someone that you love really dearly. Maybe a parent, maybe a spouse, maybe a child, or just a dear friend. And feel how that love just wells up in the center of your chest. It comes from an absolutely infinite supply. There is always, always enough love to go around. So that love that you're currently feeling, for whoever it is that you brought to mind, just expand that and include yourself. And then include everyone on this planet. Include every living thing on this planet. Include the planet itself. And then love and gratitude for the creator of this planet, all of these living creatures, and you. Begin to deepen your breath. Begin to move your fingers and toes a little bit. When you're ready, take a big inhale and just extend your arms overhead and stretch. And exhale and relax. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Use your left hand in front of your chest and press yourself up to sitting. Finding the same comfortable, straight spine that you had at the beginning of practice. We're going to finish off with a really lovely heart breath. It is a breath that I learned from Nikki Myers of Y12SR. It's incredibly beautiful. It involves touching yourself with love, something we rarely do, and also crossing your heart, which is very protective of that beautiful, vulnerable, open heart that you have. So energetically, it protects your heart, but in a loving way, not closing it off, keeping it open, but protected. And so the way that looks is we allow the hands to rest, palms up on the knees or thighs. We'll start with the right hand, and you can do this with me, and I'll talk you through the first round slowly. As you inhale, you're going to bring the palm of your right hand up in front of your face, and you look at it. As you exhale, your right hand touches your left shoulder, and your head turns to the right. So this is that loving touch that's also protective of your beautiful open heart. As you inhale, your hand comes back in front of your face, and you look at the palm. And as you exhale, it rests down onto the right knee or thigh. So we'll do the same thing on the left now. Inhaling, left hand is in front of your face. Exhale, you cross your beautiful heart and you touch your right shoulder with love as you turn your head to the left.
You inhale the left hand back in front of you. You exhale and you let it rest. I would like you to do 3 more rounds of this on each side at your own breath rate. Here we go. As you finish, just sit for a moment. I want you to come back to the idea that you are love when your heart is open, energetically open. That love can so easily flow both ways. You are open and free to give love indiscriminately, unconditionally, to anyone and everyone because there's an infinite supply. And you're open to receive love from all of the people who you know love you and all of the people who love you that you don't even know about. There are people who sit like this, sending love globally. Open your heart and you will receive it. You, right now, are being loved by someone you don't even know. Notice how that feels. To know that right now, right this moment, you are loved and you are loving because you are love. Bring your palms together in front of your heart, your beautiful heart, the seat of infinite love. And take a moment again in gratitude for the heart muscle that continues to beat so that you can be right here, right now, taking this breath and living this glorious life. And for your energetic heart that keeps you connected to everything through love. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with a happy sigh. We bring our palms to our foreheads. It reminds us to be present. We bring our palms to our lips. It reminds us to speak our truth and to tell people we love them. And we bring our palms together in front of our hearts to remind us that we are love. And if we keep our hearts open, it continues to flow both ways. Namaste.